Hi guys, once again welcome back to our FIFA World Cup daily show on Rev Sports, and what a night of two dramatic comeback. First of all, England, held their nerve till the full-time whistle and registered a dramatic win, and then it was Belgium who till 86 minutes looked like this World Cup witnessing another witness, but at the last moment, two goals first from Lukaku and then Tielemans saved it for Belgium, and then they scored. The latest goal in the FIFA World Cup in that 124th minute to secure their place in the knockout round. But first, we'll discuss about that England versus Congo game. What a game! I will start with Rohan. Rohan, how good was Harry Kane's show last night?
Superstars. We have in multiple other previous occasions we have seen that the stars of the club football perhaps did not replicate their that performance in the when it came to the World Cup, but this World Cup is proving out to be the one that these superstars are performing for every nation, right? Kylian Mbappe, no words for him. Of course, Harry Kane yesterday, Messi did good, and the other superstars as well. So every superstar is performing, but you have to feel for Congo and especially the goalkeeper. He had a fantastic night of football, saved so many sure shot goals, and they deserved something out of this game, Congo, and it was more of a hurricane individual brilliance, especially in the second half, and especially the second goal that he scored. He did not look into the goal as well. He had that striker's instinct and hit the ball without even looking at the goal and knew where the ball was going. So it shows the brilliance. Harry Kane, I think he now has 72 goals for both country and club combined in this
Yes.
calendar year. So near to Messi's 91 back in 2012, I think 2012 or 2013. So it's a great season for so far for Harry Kane, and if they but for Thomas Tuchel and his boys, such performance won't help them go much further into the tournament. They will have to find a way to get out of the over reliance and English football. I don't know why it's good they get the results, but I don't know why it is not attractive. To be very honest, and Harry Kane, great show for him, but for them to go much further, I think Thomas Tuchel will have to make some changes in the team.
It was, absolutely, it was a thrilling encounter because, till what I would say, till 70th minute, England fans thought that
Mm.
now they will have to pack their bags, to be back home. But then it was Harry Kane who delivered for England. Obviously, I agree with Rohan. England having the best football league in their nation, but still, they're not looking that convincing, against a team who are participating in the World Cup after almost 50 years. So obviously, concern for England team. Shomnath, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think that England very much reliant on Harry Kane, or they need to find other match winners as well if they really want to get past Mexico into the later stage of this tournament?
Obviously we can we can see this game in two ways, but obviously we have to admire Harry Kane, the way he clutched the match against Congo. That should be appreciated, and these are I think the way we move forward in this footballing world. The modern football has take place all over the world, first especially at the club football level, and now it is affecting the national teams and all. But I think we are the last generation that we will witness or we will celebrate strikers like Harry Kane, a proper number nine, a striker who can who is not only capable to not only capable to do tap-ins and is completely not dependent on a feeder or an attacking midfielder or wingers to they will feed balls to a striker and he will score goals. Not like that. He's a complete striker who can alone create chances and score bangers. We have witnessed that yesterday, and I think the sole performance, the sole heroics of Harry Kane should be appreciated. On the other hand, I think the England team were unlucky at times because of the Congo goalkeeper. He was absolutely magnificent, especially Jude Bellingham, the way he was creating chances. He failed to finish one or two big chances, but I think that credit also goes to the goalkeeper of DR Congo. But apart from that, in England team pushed DR Congo to its limits, and I think that the double substitution of Anthony Gordon, and if we talk about the other wing substitution, I think that changed the entire momentum of the game. The speed of Gordon was too much for the Congo players, and obviously in those tired legs with those tired players, I think Gordon Anthony Gordon's change, I think, made the huge difference to this game. And obviously Harry Kane's double was the final nail in the coffin. A good comeback from England, but obviously we expect much more from this team. Let's see what happens in future.
Shamik, next England will face Mexico, the host nation, in front of their capacity crowd. Do you think the performance England produced against Congo is enough convincing? Do you believe that England can get past Mexico?
Rahul, to start with, I would rather like to put it like Hurricane plus 10. This England team, Hurricane plus 10, a bit of Jude Bellingham, obviously. England have only two world-class players, Hurricane and Jude Bellingham. And it would be, they will have to play out of their skin to get past Mexico at Azteca. Azteca is like a cauldron, and I mean that is the sanctum sanctorum of Mexican football. And England haven't won a game. England haven't won a match at Azteca since 1985, I think. So more than 40 years they haven't won a game at Azteca. So all combined, and with this defense, I think Mexico will fancy this chance. Spain's. I mean, I still cannot fathom that in that on that right side, Trent Alexander-Arnold is not there. I Konsa is playing and Harry Maguire is sitting at home. I still cannot fathom. Left back Luke Shaw is not there, but then again that is Tuchel's choice, Tuchel's problem, and he will bite the dust because of his choice. He will eventually bite the dust. All said and done, Congo put up a very spirited fight. But if you purely look at football, they are not that high quality. Especially the quality on the ball. Their quality on the ball was not that top class. You look at Harry Kane's second goal, and Harry Kane, I maintain, England's greatest ever number 9. I rate him even higher than Wayne Rooney. So that is how good he is. That is, given this record and everything, I have to rate him higher than Wayne Rooney, but no disrespect. Rooney was a genius in his own right. But if you look at even the second goal, as beautiful as it looked, no top class defender will allow a striker that initial burst and that room to pull the trigger. No top class striker will do that. Congo's goalkeeper had a fantastic game. That said, he shouldn't have conceded on the near post. There are
Yeah,
these and if you look at what happens between top teams and the teams a rung below or a couple of rungs below, the basic difference is about confidence. You see, those teams will concede after 70 minutes. Tired legs, keeping concentration, these are the main problems for the teams that are not elite. And England, riding on Harry Kane, and I must say Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon changed the game coming off the bench. Anthony Gordon provided an assist, and Anthony Gordon made an impact. But overall, and Mexico will not play a low block at at home at Azteca. They will not play a low block. They know that this England defense is there for the taking, and they will take the attack to the opposition, and that would be, that will increase the degree of difficulty. I'm not even if they get past, even if they get past Mexico in the round of 16, then Brazil awaits and Vinny Jr. against this defense. God save England.
Let Brazil win against Norway first, and then it will be decided whether they faces Brazil or not.
Even
But
if,
now for
even if, but Rahul,
it's
even if
Norway.
Norway win,
True.
Martin Odegaard and Erling Haaland, they will hammer this defense.
Absolutely. I mean that their defense is concerned, going into the round of 16, especially how Dear Congo exposed their defense, early in the 17th minute with that long ball. Obviously, Uh, I mean, England survived, dear Congo challenge, but obviously a lot of question will be raised about Thomas Tuchel tactics. Now going to the second game, and that was another dramatic thriller, obviously between Belgium and Senegal. I mean, for the vast majority of the game, it was Senegal who controlled the position, dictated their tempo, but almost in the last 5 minutes, Belgium totally turned the tide. Of course, credit goes to Belgium coach as well, who made two crucial substitution, benching Kevin De Bruyne and Jeremy Doku, after the second half, and that's what changed the game for Belgium. But from this game, the biggest talking point as of now is that 125th minute penalty, because Tielemans scored the latest goal in the tournament. But Rwanda, your thoughts on that penalty, that controversial decision? Do you think that is too soft for a penalty, or do you think it's just a rule book decision by the referee?
Well, Rahul, coming to this match, you have to feel for a team like Senegal. Of course, we
Absolutely.
share the same thoughts for Congo as well, because we always, as neutral football fans, we always love to see the underdogs be create an upset, right? Uh, I'm wearing the Senegal jersey in respect of the team, but
Belgium is underdog as well as of now in this World
no,
Cup.
but
Belgium
in
is no,
terms
no
of
more the heavyweight.
no, but in terms of legacy, I would say yes, Senegal won the AFCON. But in terms of club football and valuation, if you say Belgium is, of course, a better side in terms of name per se for Senegal in when it comes to Senegal. But yes, as Shomita rightly mentioned, I was about to say this same point only, that perhaps these sides lack that uh, extra inch of confidence, mental stability, or mental what to say that. They lack that mentality in the dying minutes when they do not know how to get past that last 10 to 15 minutes of the game, when the heavy opponent is actually hammering your defense and coming every ball after every ball. So I think those are the few changes that these not the smaller sides, but the sides rank below the elite of the world. Of course, that's the thing. And for a team like Senegal, it's good that they did not walk away this time, like the AFCON final. But
Yeah,
coming
exactly.
to coming to that penalty, yes, right now. Earlier, even when we were growing up as well, we have seen multiple such decisions not given as penalty. There were even harder decisions, harder tackles not given as penalty or fouls. But right now, current football, it's too much into the rule book and textbook thing, that by rule book this is a foul, by rule book this is a foul, and it would be a foul. But in certain cases, I think, my personal opinion, the referee should allow their discretion and consider the match and the situation of the match and the time of the match while giving away decisions, and not by their own judgment and not by the rule book. And I think it was a too soft to call a penalty, yeah, in that situation of the game. Had it been a first half thing, going on by the rule book is okay. But I think we have seen much harder tackles not given as fouls when we were growing up.
Absolutely. Football experts are divided on this decision. They are saying it's too soft for a penalty, but if you go by the rule book, because referee took almost 7 minutes, in the VR check, and then finally he gave the decision of penalty. But a great comeback for Belgium, actually. I mean, the way they have been struggling in the group stage, but now this, late comeback for Belgium will give them enough confidence as they will face USA. Shomnath, you have watched that USA versus Bosnia game. So how the host nation played against Bosnia, and do you think this USA also, have that capability this time to go later in this tournament?
I think Shamikda wants to say something.
Yes, Shamikda, go ahead.
Hashamika, bolo.
Uh, just, uh, uh, just I want to carry forward a bit what Rohan said about refereeing. Refereeing has been very, very inconsistent. All we want is inconsistency, and it is not there. England versus Congo game, England were denied a stonewall penalty. Harry Kane was stripped by the
Harry Kane won.
goalkeeper in the was stripped by the goalkeeper in the first step, and that was a stonewall penalty. And Belgium's penalty was given. So there was a clear case of inconsistency. If you go back to Iran's final game, the disallowed goal of the offside, that was also very
Mhm.
dubious. That was
And
also
also
very dubious.
that penalty in England game. I mean, there was one handball as well in the first half.
So it is very, all we want is consistency from the referees, as far as officiating is concerned, and as far as this World Cup is concerned. And this World Cup is not a case in isolation. This has been a recurring theme. World Cups after World Cups. Your match officials appointment cannot be a democratic process for a tournament like World Cup. You just pick the best, irrespective of their nationality, irrespective of
Hmm.
the continent. You don't have to do an equal distribution that you need seven from Asia, eight from Africa, 10 from Latin America, stuff like that. It cannot happen like that. You pick the best. You pick the best, and it is World Cup we are talking about. This is not this is not
Showing
Nations
that
League.
the problem, showing that the problem is right now in every sector of life we try to be politically correct, and we are not
Exactly,
ready, not ready to take
exactly.
the hard decision.
Absolutely, this is the main thing, and this woke culture has come. And once again, you have to have your best on the field as far as match officials are concerned.
Exactly.
So simple as that. Otherwise, you will get such decisions. Over to you, Shomnath.
Absolutely. But Shomnath, for the USA versus Bosnia game, it was, Folorin Balogun, who turned hero in the 45th minute, but then within just 20 minutes, he turned villain as he was sent off after that goal. And also, how big victory is this one for USA actually? Because this is, USA's first knockout victory, a nation which still called, football soccer. So, how big victory is this for USA as well?
I mean, it is something special for the host country when it comes to the FIFA World Cup. I mean, back in 2002, nobody thought. I think one of Japan or South Korea, they went to the knockouts. And if we talk about Germany, Brazil, they are to the heavyweights. If we talk about 2018, Russia, they went to the quarterfinals with the impressive performance. And now in 2026, USA is the team who is going to the round of 16, and they will face Belgium again. But I think this is the best footballing era the US team is seeing under Mauricio Pochettino, and I think they are playing absolutely. They are playing beautiful football to say the least. Obviously, many viewers don't watch these matches. USA matches, Bosnia matches, but obviously, USA is playing pretty attractive football. Obviously, since their coach is Pochettino, so I think that we have spoken about this, that USA, they are a improving footballing side in this World Cup, and we have seen this. Defeating, having wins, big wins in group stages. They have impressed a lot. They have, you know, they have played very well with Turkey, and so now it's time for them to show their skills, show their I think show their skills obviously in the round of 16 when they will take over Belgium, and that match won't be easy for USA. Obviously, they are getting a huge home support, local support. Obviously, you have said the country who always says this game as soccer, not football. But the way the country is enjoying its national team, it's always good to see. Today the match they have enjoyed, and next upfront in Seattle they will be facing Belgium. Let's see what this team does. Obviously, they have quality. They have quality. Obviously, once again, Christian Pulisic coming back from an injury. He shines the brightest, and obviously in the 84th minute, I guess Tillman's free kick was absolutely out of this world. Being down to 10 men, and after that you getting an insurance goal. It's always not easy. And talking about Bosnia, they are one of the tallest sides in this World Cup. The average team's height is around 6 foot 2 inches. So obviously, it's again not easy to score set piece goals against this team. But the way the USA team find a way to win the match, I think it should be appreciated. So obviously, USA is one of the most improved sides when we talk about football, and especially in this World Cup. So yes, I think that they are a deserving team who are going to the round of 16.
Absolutely. I mean, USA obviously, had a goal, to establish football more in their society actually, and that's why they signed Mauricio Pochettino to bring some changes, in their football team. And I think as of now, they are so far in the right note, and hopefully they will go deeper in this tournament, because that might bring some societal changes actually in USA. Because still football is not that popular in USA when we compare it to basketball or rugby in the country. But Shamik, I mean, I will go to Rohanda first, then Shamik. Rohanda, another two blockbuster clashes tonight. First, Spain versus Austria, and then it's between Portugal and Croatia. So all are European nation. What do you think about Spain versus Austria game? Spain, they're yet to concede a goal in the group stage, but they will be facing, Ralph Ragnick, Austria.
Well, yes, Spain defensively they have done good, but team like Austria, they can hunt you, they can upset you. They have a striker like Arnautovic who have scored a brilliant goal in the previous game. And Spain, of course, with Lamine Yamal and without Lamine Yamal, this team is bit different. If you see the minutes that Lamine Yamal played, players like these actually allow the other players much more space, because two of their opponent defenders are busy in tackling that single player. So I think Spain with Lamine Yamal is a much better team. They will go through. I believe that Spain will go through, and even Portugal will go through against Croatia, and we'll see a Spain versus Portugal clash in the next round. That would be a great knock to see. But for the Spain game, I would rather say it won't be that easy for Spain to go through. But yes, they have the quality. And before the start of the competition, we have said Spain to be one of the favorites, right? But still now, we haven't seen that glare. Perhaps France has played so well that every other team is looking a bit dim. But Spain does do have the ability and talent pool to go through all the way to the at least the semi-finals. So I don't think Austria would be that bit of a problem, or also not that easy. So it will be a tough contest, and that battle in the after the 70 minutes or 80 minutes that we are seeing so many times in this World Cup, that the better side are actually getting those decisive goals in that dying minute.
Absolutely.
So I think both the teams will take lessons from the previous games and go into the match.
Indeed, Shamik, the Lamil Yamal, I mean, he's a central figure in this Spanish national team. When is the last time have you seen, such an impact of a youngster in a team or in a tournament?
We haven't seen it. Old timers have saw it. That is Pele, 17-year-old Pele. But we haven't seen it way before our time. But the fact of the matter is that what a talented player he is. He can make the ball at his feet, he can make the ball talk. And Lamine Yamal is one player. But against, it, Austria will provide a lot of industry. And Ralph Ragnick is a very vibe coach. But very vibe coach, Ralph Ragnick. He talks a lot about gegen pressing, everything, stuff like that. But then again, it is about the players, and Spain have better players. I would like to see them starting with Nico Williams on the left, along with Lamine Yamal, and that will be very difficult to deal with for Austrian defense. Austria are very good players. They will run for the whole 90 minutes. I think every player will clock around 9 to 10 kilometers on an average. But in terms of quality on the ball, in terms of that one different splitting pass, Spain is way ahead. So I expect
Hmm.
Spain to go through. I expect Spain to go through. As regards Portugal versus Croatia, hmm, for Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo is an impediment, but Croatia are a dad's army. They after 70 minutes, I don't think they will have the
Hmm.
legs. I don't think they will have the legs after 70 minutes. So once again, I back Portugal because they have world class players like Bruno Fernandes and others. The best left back in the world. I struggling
No
to recall
Cancelo? Nuno
Nuno Mendes as a left back. The way he overlaps everything. So the quality that Portugal have, everything combined, and Croatia. I mean, given that they are, I mean, one of the oldest sides at this World Cup. So I don't think they will not be able to match Portugal, especially after 70 minutes. But
Spain, Portugal in
uh,
the next round. Sumita.
yeah, yes, but Portugal will have to do it despite Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes. I know. Portugal have been obviously, they boast in such a formidable squad, but so far they're yet to, put on their best show. And we all know what Croatia is capable of because they are, underdog. But I think we all remember last edition of the World Cup in Qatar, what Croatia actually did in the round of 16 against Brazil. They pulled off an upset, against a heavyweight Brazil team. So hopefully, this time also they can replicate that. But Shomnath, for Croatia, obviously it's Luka Modric at 40. Still, he's dictating the tempo, in the midfield for Croatia. But do you think tonight he will be able to, play with such same intensity against Portugal, who boast one of the strongest midfield in this tournament?
For Croatia, I would say obviously they are the party spoilers for most of the teams. Since 2018, we have seen this. They have defeated Argentina in 2018. In 2022, they have knocked out Brazil. So obviously, it's time for another big team having a very big fan base, Portugal. But to give a good performance against Croatia, Portugal needs to be clinical, and Croatia capitalize on these chances. If a team misses too many chances, Croatia will come back late in the game and haunt them those missed chances. So obviously, for Croatia, nothing to say much. The team is not in the best shape since we have seen them in 2018 or 2022. It's a dying generation, obviously, with Luka Modric playing his last World Cup. But in the last match also, he was absolutely brilliant. But if we talk about the other few players of Croatia, then obviously Sucic is one of the players who is consistently performing very well. He is scoring goals in back-to-back matches. So one of the trump cards for this Croatia team will be Sucic. And apart from that, Portugal, we have talked this a lot, talked this about many times. If you talk about the entire team of Portugal. They have brilliant players in every field, with the midfield, with the side backs, in the defense, or in the attack. They have quality. Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, Joao Neves. In the last match, they have played Ruben Diaz in the midfield, Ruben Neves in the midfield. So I think the Portugal team is obviously very strong pen on paper, but we have not seen the coordination, the bestest of coordination among them. When we talk about good teams, we say France, we say Portugal, but France we saw that coordination among those best players. But in Portugal, we are yet to see the coordination. Obviously, they have thrashed Uzbekistan 5-0 big time, but against stronger teams like Colombia, they have struggled to score goals. And all eyes again will be on Cristiano Ronaldo because throughout his career, the way he has performed in big matches, I think that's the reason every fan wants to, have high expectations from Ronaldo. Though his age will not allow him to do so. So those superhuman performances. But again, if he's quite smart to place the ball in the net, I think Portugal is good to go, but it will be a very, very tight match. You can't underestimate Croatia in a knockout game. So I will say that it's 51-49 kind of game. For Portugal, obviously, slightest of edge to Portugal because of their squad balance and big names in the squad. But obviously, it will be a tight match. Can't predict this type of matches actually.
It will be a tight
Rahul,
game indeed. Yes.
Rahul, before you sign off, I have a question for all of you. Sandro Tonali, 100 million. Matthias Fernandez, 85 million. How much Zinedine Zidane would have cost if you are playing today?
The inflation is real, Pramita. The inflation is real. When Ronaldo
Yeah,
signed from Manchester United to Real Madrid, it was I think 80 million
80
transfer.
million pounds. Yes, yes,
80
80
million
million
transfer,
pounds.
right? And it was like 80 million pounds. And then when Neymar came to PSG from Barcelona, it was 222 million. So the
Exactly.
inflation right now you can't, and this has happened because of these big Arab money teams, Man United, PSG, and they have
No, 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 no.
created this
This
inflation.
market has been inflated mainly by Manchester City, mainly by Manchester
Yeah,
City in English,
Exactly.
because because riding on that Arab money, what they did, they started to sign 60 million pounds fullbacks. So if you
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
spending 60 million to say 70 million on fullbacks, obviously the strikers will command, the playmakers will command 100 in north of 100 million. But
We just can't judge
this
that
is
money
but
right
this
now.
is a
It's
false
too much.
economy. This is a false economy. This is
Yeah,
plastic
of course,
money.
of course.
I'm telling you,
So
and the
even
bubble
that
will
is
burst.
happening. Even that is happening in Indian football. Just look into the amount of money these Indian players are getting in ISL. They don't want to
Exactly.
go out of the country. So the football
Exactly, and they
market is
cannot
too
complete
much
10-yard
inflated.
passes. These guys
Yeah,
cannot complete 10-yard passes, and they are commanding and they are getting this money. So that is the way it is. Unfortunate. You are absolutely right, Ron.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Rahul. Over to you.
No issue. I mean, this debate will go on, but good to see Tottenham, the revamp they are undergoing, especially, after surviving the late relegation scare last season. Now they're really looking to start the next season on a strong note. That's it for now. But tonight, obviously, the game to watch out for is between Portugal and Croatia. Two legends at 40 playing their last World Cup, the two former Real Madrid teammates. But now the question is, whom this World Cup will bid farewell to last night, whether it will be Modric or Ronaldo. It remains to be seen. That's it for now. Thanks to all of our panelists for joining us and also to all of our viewers. Thanks for watching. See you in our next show.
Thank you.